I'm hoping I'm live. If I'm not live, I'm going to have looked like a bit of a pillock. Welcome everybody to another episode of Savage Cash. Here with me, Supoman, your superhero cryptocurrency expert. In today's episode, I am here to tell you that I am probably not going to be around for the next week, maybe. Because I'm going to be busy working on a new Udemy course, which I'm not really going to tell you about right now. So, because I'm going to leave that as a surprise for when it's actually created. So let me just make sure that I am actually live, like I do in every episode. Yes, I am live. So, is this goodbye? Well, it could be goodbye for now. So, I thought that I would come live anyway because it's the best really time to ask me questions and get some information out of me that maybe you want to hear. But I'll start first of all with a recap of what's happening in the market right now. So not a lot has changed since yesterday. You know, there's hardly any difference really in the market cap. It's roughly where it was. Bitcoin, roughly where it was. Earlier, it had a slight little bit of a breakout and went above 4,000. And then, of course, everything kind of went up. And I think this was in time with America waking up. Everything seemed to just pick up from that point. I was looking at this earlier and it was just mostly red. So now it's gone back to green. But save for, you know, some big falls, like for instance Omis Go, which has gone down quite a lot, under $10, which is most disconcerting, especially when you look at it in comparison to BitConnect, which is an absolutely shite cryptocurrency, and that's growing. It's rather concerning that Omis Go is slightly diving, but I'm not worried about it. So save for, you know, a few exceptions, most aren't really, you know, going up or down too drastically. Decred's going up quite a lot. Some of these have gone up because yesterday, some of these have gone down because yesterday they were going up. I mean, the same, similar could be said actually for the two cryptocurrencies that I spoke about in yesterday's video. So the first one was POSW coin. Immediately after the live broadcast, or in fact during the live broadcast, this went up. This yesterday was 8.6 cents, and now it's 10.2 cents, and it was going up during the actual podcast. But it was actually going down this morning because it had such a steep rise yesterday. It was actually going down this morning. So it was to be expected. However, since America have woken up, they've kind of brought it back a little bit, and again it's continuing to grow. Buzzcoin yesterday exploded, and it's kind of calmed down a bit. So yesterday I made the video and Buzzcoin was anywhere between 0.08 of a cent, and then it went to 0.1 of a cent, so 0.08 of a cent, and then it went up to 0.1 of a cent, so it increased, and then it has gone up to the late 0.2s of a cent. So it's really grown. And a lot of this is because of the staking rewards. The staking rewards of about 1,200% a year return on what you've basically put into your wallet. That has caused a lot of people to put their money into Buzzcoin. Now this really suits the people that have Windows-based computers, because you need that for as basic for a wallet. And then you can stake the coin and stake your supply and basically get these rewards. So Buzzcoin and POSW coin have gone up significantly since yesterday. And yeah, and I actually did invest in POSW, but I invested it in POSW after the video. Okay, so although I said yesterday I hadn't invested in either, I did actually invest in POSW. I didn't invest in Buzzcoin. I'll tell you the main reason why. Actually, I won't tell you the main reason why, but I'll tell you the second main reason why. The second main reason is because I don't have a Windows computer, so I can't really stake my coins. Something else that came up in yesterday's cryptocurrency podcast was Ethereum Dark. And I was looking into Ethereum Dark, okay, which I have on good authority. This is a fork of what's it called? Bitcoin Dark. Ethereum Dark is a fork of Bitcoin Dark. And so yesterday when I went online, it was about 77 cents, 78 cents. And now it's, well, it then drastically dropped to about 48 cents, I think it was. I'm sure yesterday it went down to about 48 cents. Yeah, sorry. I've got the wrong, I'm looking at the wrong area. So yeah, so yesterday it went down to 47 cents. And I thought, I'd never heard of Ethereum Dark. Okay, so, I mean, it came up on my mastermind group, but it must have escaped my notice because I wasn't really that interested. So I had a look on their website, and they don't even have a white paper. Okay, so if you go into the white paper, it says working on it. Okay, so I had a look. You know, what is Ethereum Dark? Let's basically cast some light on the dark. So it's a peer-to-peer transaction system. It's instant transactions, lightning fast, and low fees. Okay, so not really a lot to go on. There's not really a lot to go on there, other than the fact that it's got pretty standard features. So I thought, really, why would anybody want to invest in Ethereum Dark? What is the selling point? So I asked my cryptocurrency mastermind group, and really the draw is the fact it's got Ethereum in the name, which is obviously going to be a big draw, because when you've got, like, you know, when you've got something like you know, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Plus, Ethereum, you know, Classic, when you've got these, when you've got like a major cryptocurrency as part of the name, then it kind of draws people, it gets people's attention more than something like Buzzcoin, where you'd think that's probably just a scam coin, or it's a coin that is popular today, but next month it's gonna be like 10% of the value it is now. Whereas Ethereum, when you have something like Ethereum, you kind of think, okay, well, that kind of piques my interest, and you think to yourself, okay, yeah, this sounds like something that's worth investing in, simply because it's got Ethereum in it. Also, the total supply is really, really small. 3 million. When you consider, you know, the likes of Ripple and Tronix and things like that that are out there that have tons of zeros, you know, 3 million total supply is actually excellent. Okay, so that is also another draw. However, there is something to be wary of when it comes to investing in Ethereum Dark, and that is this: the supply distribution. So, looking at who owns the coins, essentially, the top 10 addresses own 87% of the supply. Okay, the top 10 addresses own 87%. Then 7% is owned by addresses 11 to 50, and then 2%. Is that 2%? Yeah, 2% is then owned by addresses 51 to 100, and then here's the remaining supply. Okay, so by having so many whales in control of the lion's share, I mean, they basically own 90% of the supply, right? So what could happen at any point is any of them could take a big fat dump. Okay, they could, as whales probably do. So they could take a massive dump and send the price of Ethereum Dark going right down. The thing with low supply coins is that you notice the volume. Okay, and you notice if money's been taken out, if something has been sold off, then you notice the drop. Okay, now if you get a significant amount of investment, then you notice the rise. But at the moment, it doesn't appear to be like there's much rise going into this coin, and it's really just being traded by people that are probably interested in the supply, interested in the fact it's got Ethereum, and interested in the fact that it's got a low price. Okay, but in terms of what it actually does, it's not really that special. And there is no white paper, so at the moment you're really investing in the hope that something later on is more exciting, in which case that would make I suppose taking a punt at 67 cents or maybe a bit lower, which will more than likely go, worthwhile. So what else has been happening in the news? Well, you may have seen this. You may have seen other cryptocurrency YouTubers talking about basically the China ban extending to over-the-counter trading, over-the-counter use of cryptocurrency and mining. Okay, so mining, Bitcoin mining in China, they're looking to ban that. That was certainly, again, a rumour. May extend to OTC trading, no, to extend to OTC trading, and maybe mining. But then subsequent to that, John McAfee has come out and essentially said that the Bitcoin ban will not extend to mining. Okay, so, you know, whatever is being banned, exchanges and over-the-counter trading, whatever is being banned will not extend to mining. And this is based on him having talks with the guy from Bitmain. But having said that, okay, this is probably an indication as to why the market is still very, very ambivalent right now and why they are very unsure. The prices basically appear to reflect the sentiment in the market. So at the moment, there doesn't appear to be much certainty about the future. What's getting banned? What's not getting banned? You know, how much is this going to impact, you know, cryptocurrency in general, having the second largest economy not in the equation? What's this going to lead to in terms of who is going to compensate for that? And people are saying Japan is at the moment. So I think that the lack of certainty is causing prices pretty much to stay as they were. They've not really gone much beyond this point in the last couple of days. So I think that this is just going to remain the case. And as long as nothing drastically falls, then it's okay, basically, at the moment. So that is how I see it. But going back to John McAfee, so basically McAfee is one of the world's best antivirus software providers. Now, John McAfee has been, I suppose, a cryptocurrency hero of late. Okay, so he defended Bitcoin against Jamie Dimon or Dimon or whatever his flipping name is. I don't care anymore. But he basically came on board and he flew the flag for cryptocurrency, mining, proof of work, cryptocurrency, everything he kind of was defending and saying, you know, stuff your centralized system is what he was saying. So he's become somewhat of a hero in cryptocurrency. And now what's happening is there is going to be a McAfee ICO, a McAfee coin. All right, so this is, again, something that, you know, has come out of John McAfee's latest prominence and latest rise to kind of cryptocurrency evangelist in the community. So now he's kind of, it sounds almost as if it's like really great publicity for him, because obviously, you know, he made that quote, "I'll eat my dick" or something if Bitcoin isn't however much money in the future. Can't really remember what the price was. And then he's recently come on board to fight Jamie Dimon. And so he's just like a hero in cryptocurrency, nicely coinciding with McAfee coin. So what's McAfee coin? So from what I've gathered through my very basic research is that he's looking to create a kind of startup accelerator in China. So he's looking to, I suppose, put venture capital into Chinese startups, particularly ICOs. Chinese ICOs. Very, very weird area to be going into right now. But as he says here, Chinese startups are a leading force in the blockchain revolution. Okay, and there have been quite a few, you know, really good, exciting Asian startups and Asian ideas. So, yeah, you can definitely see where he's coming from. So what he's going to be doing is he's going to be creating a startup accelerator to fund these ICOs, but he's going to be doing his own ICO campaign so that he has the capital, his company, or McAfee Excel, which is the name of the company behind this startup accelerator, they will have the capital to be able to invest into these Chinese companies. So I think that is really where it's all coming from. So, if we just go to the frequently asked questions, because this is where I find most of the information. Now, he is behind the coin. He is the face of this coin. It's not somebody doing this in his honor or as a tribute. This is actually a John McAfee company and venture. Okay? So, so let's just have a quick look at the frequently asked questions. So, basically, his company is going to be a crowd chain accelerator, a startup accelerator focused on blockchain technology companies in China. Okay. And it's going to have an AI-enhanced, blockchain-based investment company. That's how it's going to be, which all sounds very clever. Now, there are 2 coins from what I've seen. So there's this coin, which is the McAfee coin, which is MCF. And this is going to be used as a token, as an investment tool token, really. And it's also going to be used as a reward token because they're going to have a social investment platform on top of what they are as a venture capitalist. So it's going to be a social platform as well. And this is going to basically be reward. There's going to be a rewarding structure where you use the McAfee coin. And then there's another coin, which is the Internet of Buy coin, which is also an investment asset. And it's going to be, and it will be invested into some of the actual accelerator graduates. Okay, so there's going to be 2 almost sets, companies and graduates. Okay, so it all sounds very interesting, and I think that the reason why he's motivated to do this is because there are lots of venture capitalist companies out there, okay? But they are mainly, I mean, if you go to Silicon Valley where I've been, and once upon a time when I was creating apps, I went to Silicon Valley and met people. But what happens is there's lots of venture capital firms that tend to invest in things they know and understand, like the tech world and internet and all that kind of thing. Okay, so they're happy to invest in startups, particularly the ones that are like Snapchat and Google and Amazon and all that, right? But they don't necessarily understand how blockchain works or how ICOs work, and so that's why McAfee is like filling that niche, I suppose. He's kind of filling that area because he has a very good knowledge. Obviously, he's an evangelist. He flies the flag. He's got very good knowledge. He's obviously very well connected as well. And obviously the head of one of the most major antivirus softwares. His name, everybody knows McAfee Software. So as a result of that, he's a really good face to have in this arena. And of course, so he's going to help develop ICOs and help fund ICOs. At the end of the day, without things like, you know, without venture capital firms, you wouldn't have had Facebook, Amazon, Google, etc., etc. You wouldn't have had those. You needed those ideas to be believed in by a venture capitalist, and then to have the venture capital to help fund them, fund the servers, etc. So without McAfee's platform here, or something very similar, we won't be able to have the innovation happening because there aren't the venture capital firms to understand it. And then what happens is that you've got these ICOs and they rely 100% on your money to fund them. So this will enable ICOs to have something before necessarily going down the ICO route. Okay, so ICO companies wanting to get funding, they probably be able to get more funding from an outfit and startup accelerator like this that then enables them to build something before they ask for your money. So just some bite-sized information there, not a lot really to go on, but enough I suppose to let you know what's happening in cryptocurrency. So let's have a look and see what people are saying. Should have checked. Oh, whilst I've got you on here, if you could you just press the like button? I'm not going to put it too close to the screen because then it ends up messing up my face and you end up seeing the chair behind me and all that crap. So if you could just press that like button, I would be very, very appreciative. So let's see what people are saying. Hopefully there's some good questions in here and not crap questions. Ethereum Dark, good to go. Don't know where you quite muster that opinion. Supo likes an enema of that's disgusting, of crystal vodka before breakfast. Ong ICO thoughts. So Ong Social is something that people have asked me to cover for God knows how long. So Ong Social. Let's see if there's anything I can find on the ICO. So basically, Ong Social, from what I gather, is like a scheduling tool. Okay, yeah, it's a social dashboard. So it's like a scheduling tool. So it helps people who run various, you know, social media elements, manage a Twitter page, manage a Facebook page, and it enables social media managers, I suppose, to be able to manage their content. Okay, so it's a content management platform. Okay, now there was an ICO. There is an ICO. The ICO, this has been around for so long, People have been saying, what do you think? What do you think? Now, I used to use a website very similar to this. What was it called? I can't remember. It was a scheduling tool. Hootsuite. I used to use Hootsuite. Now, I'd never heard of Ong Social, but they apparently have a good user base, and it's pretty similar. Free to join, but $47 a month in social media management tools. Oh, right. So it is free. It is free. Apparently, it is free. Sign up free and get $47 a month of free tools. Now, I just don't buy that it's completely free. Surely it isn't completely free. Well, maybe it is completely free. When I was doing Hootsuite, Hootsuite used to be about $10, $20 a month for the pro version that I had. So if this is free, this is potentially good. So, but I'm personally, I personally was never really too interested in the Ong Social startup. Okay, in the in what they were trying to achieve with an ICO. So blockchain-based social dashboard. Okay, so basically it's a lot like Hootsuite, social dashboard, etc. But it's all based on a blockchain. All right, so this is a social media. Now, I think the reason why a lot of people thought I'd be interested is obviously because I like social media. It's actually live. It's actually just 2 hours. It says 2 hours, but it says it's live, apparently. So you can buy now. 1 ETH equals 600 Ong coin. So let's just have a look. So ETH is $289. $289 divided by 600. So it's basically 48 cents a token. I think that's right. Yeah. Where was I? So yeah, so 600. So that's 48 cents a token. Yeah, where it says here 50 cents. Didn't even need to do that calculation. So yeah, I mean, lots of people have been talking about it. There's certainly been a lot of hype for the last 2 months. So there's every likelihood that this has the opportunity to be, well, especially as this has got already a platform that's being used. So this has every opportunity to grow. But I haven't done a lot of research into it. So really, this is up to you to have a look at. I like social media. I used to do social media management. I used to manage my tweets with Hootsuite. So, but a lot of people are into Hootsuite. But if this is free, if this is actually free for users, then absolutely this has good potential. Buy BTC now, buy alts to buy a bigger amount of BTC later. I don't really know what you're talking about. No, it's not there. It's definitely not from Mamum something or other. It says next InvestFeed. No, this is no InvestFeed. This is nothing like InvestFeed. InvestFeed is like Facebook, and Ong Social is like Hootsuite. They're 2 completely different types of social entity. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. InvestFeed have actually changed their what's it called? Their front page. I like this. And you can sign up with Google now rather than just via email. So yeah, I like this. This is good. I like the sound of this. So they're already looking to improve what they had, and you can see in the background, you can see the different coins and their values. So yeah, I like that. It's looking really good. Look, so you know, InvestFeed is something that has not really moved a lot since about 7 cents. So it's still in the 7.5 cents. It's moved up very gradually. And the fact that InvestFeed is already upping their game means that I believe people should be putting way more money into this. The volume is pathetic. For such an up-and-coming social network, and I've got 3,000 followers, and these aren't people that have followed and had to follow me automatically. These are people who have manually followed me. So it just goes to show how much this is growing by the day. By each day, each and every day, there's more and more people coming. So really, this is something that should grow enormously from where it is now. And the circulating supply is very small. Looking at, you know, other cryptocurrencies out there, this is the low 9 figures. Walton Chain I've already spoken about more than enough times. Walton Chain has got quite a good community behind it. But as far as the cryptocurrency is concerned, not a lot has happened to really bring up the value. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just also gonna stick in kind of no man's land. It's got a very good team. It's got a good patented technology, but there's nothing really exciting since it was kind of hyped a couple of weeks ago. My username is @Supoman, so I don't think you'll be able to see it on here because you may need to be signed in. But, oh no, don't even need the @ do you? So it's just Supoman, but you may not be able to see it. Can you see it? Yeah, you can see it. Oh, that is pretty cool. So I've got 3,045 followers, so that's awesome. Why are you so against BitConnect? Because I don't like these affiliate schemes, these referral schemes, where you essentially earn rewards for making other people do it. I do not like those things. I'm a person, you know, when my #1 cryptocurrency came out, which still I haven't spoken about, but when that came out at ICO, I had the opportunity to make a load of my mastermind group go through my referral link, 5%, and I could have probably made more in referral coins than in what I invested in myself. But I decided not to because I'm not a greedy person. I don't want to get rich off somebody else having to make an investment and take a risk. I don't want that to be on my conscience. So I don't like those schemes. And I know BitConnect operates a lot like that. So therefore, I just do not like it. Thank you very much, Nyx Creatives, for your contribution. It's not clickbait. Basically, it is goodbye for a bit because this is going to be my last stream until I've completed my next Udemy cryptocurrency course. I'm going to be creating a cryptocurrency course that's completely different from what I've created and is going to be, I dare say, one of the best I've created on Udemy in general, and certainly the best cryptocurrency course in addition to the ones I've already made, obviously. I've made one on investing, and I've made one about my #1 coin, which shows practical example of investing as well. But this one's going to be different, but absolutely required and amazing. So it is goodbye for now. Recoin just did an enormous recoil, I believe. So Recoin went up significantly a couple of days ago. Was it a couple of? Yeah, it was a couple of days ago. It went up quite a lot, and yeah, it went up quite a lot a few days ago, and then just tanked. So it's gone back down to 3 sats now, where it was about 8 to 10 sats the other day. So, you know, I wouldn't bother with Recoin. This was just a pump and dump. I never hear you talk about Lisk. I have spoken about Lisk before. DBIX. Oh, somebody told me about this earlier. DBIX. Dubai. Oh, I've already looked at Dubai coin. I don't really think a lot of it. It's not got much of a supply, which is good in a way. But I think this has been used for shady deals. In the Arabian continent, so I'm not Arabian regions. So I'm not necessarily sure this is one to go for. And you can see that by its parabolic growth. Probably stay well away. And also look at the price of it. Probably not likely to make massive multipliers, in all honesty. So that's my honest take on it. But maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Superman, should I buy OMG right now? Yes, it's gone under $10. This is accumulation price for sure, because this isn't where it belongs. It belongs above $10 and more so. So you know, this isn't where it belongs, and it deserves to go higher. So I'm going to be on here another 10 more minutes maximum. So let me just have a look and see what other yeah, Dubai coin useless. I do agree with that. What do you think of Buzzcoin? Went over $300 yesterday. Was it a pump and dump? Well, it was really me driving it. So, you know, I can't say it was a pump and dump because I drove it. But what I would say is that with Buzzcoin is that I obviously spoke about it while it was on the rise. It was about to rise. And then I think it was about to rise simply because word was spreading about the fact that the rewards were quite good with it. So obviously $1,200 staking, it's 1,200% staking reward. So as a result, it was already going up because it was spreading more and more. And of course, me uncovering it was a bit like a talent scout finding talent and telling everybody about it, and then all of a sudden everybody jumped on it. But then what people tend to do is they tend to pump a coin I talk about in the immediate time I'm talking about it, and then subsequently dump it. So on that basis, was it a pump and dump? I wouldn't say it was a pump and dump necessarily, but I think that anything I speak about, which is low in price when I speak about it, if it gets pumped, it is prone to be dumped when the price goes slightly down and people get slightly scared about the price going down even further and people want to take their profits and run. So I understand that. Big shout out from London, England. Well, I'm just around the corner from you, so thank you very much, Andrew Adeleke. Supo, tell me something about Lisk. Is there really a lot for me to tell you other than, you know, what you can already find out there? Other than the fact that Lisk is essentially something that you can build apps on top of. And that is where its unique selling point is. Today was Buzz. Yesterday was Buzz. Today is. Right, okay, so. What can I say about what today is? Well, what I will say to you is that something's happened on... something has happened on Binance today. I don't know if I should tell you this or not. I'm going to say nothing. Something has happened on Binance today. If I can't find it, I won't say it. I will say it. So they have just added BQX, and essentially what's happening is they are listing it very, very soon. Okay, they're listing it very, very soon. So what they're enabling is they're enabling people to actually get free rewards. So Bitcoins are going to be working with Binance to allow people to earn free Bitcoins tokens by depositing it before, I believe it's before or during the listing time. So if you have the highest amount of Bitcoins deposited on Binance, you could achieve 10,000 Bitcoins tokens, which is the equivalent of about $9,000. So it's a very worthwhile thing to do to get involved in Bitcoins today, to buy a large amount, deposit it on Binance, and the top 200 are going to get 500 free Bitcoins tokens. So that's roughly $500. And the highest Bitcoins person is going to get 10,000, which is nearly $10,000. So this is the one to go for today. And like I said, Bitcoins today is at, when I get on CoinMarketCap, Bitcoins today is on the rise. So I would definitely recommend that this is the one that you put some money in. Okay, because earlier this morning it was 80 cents. Now it's down up to 90 cents. Get onto it before you before it goes up much, much higher and it's too difficult and much more expensive to buy it. Let's see what other people are saying. Supoman coin. Only problem is it's a shit pump and dump. I don't know what you're talking about. Bitcoin certainly isn't a pump and dump. Only idiots think that. What do you think about Stratis? Why is Stratis stuck? Well, it's not really struck as such. They released their Stratis Identity platform. That's released on Google and coming out for iOS. So that moved it up from like the mid $4 to the $5. But like I've said countless times, cryptocurrencies are like celebrities. You need some news to bring it to the forefront. Okay, so therefore, I would recommend that you are constantly keeping on top of. If you follow me on Twitter, so let me just go to my Twitter page. If you're following me on Twitter, all you need to do is go to who I'm following. So I'm following like a mixture of some cryptocurrency people, i.e. Max Lee. Well, he followed me yesterday, so I followed him back. But I'm mainly following a load of cryptocurrencies. So, you know, CentralTech, Presearch, Enigma, WAN Chain. Whenever I see WAN Chain, I want to say something else because I want to say Wank Chain. There we are. That's what I want to say. So I keep abreast of what's happening with the exchanges and what's happening with the coins. And that is really the best way to know what's happening. Okay, so the best way to keep ahead of everybody else, to keep ahead of your competition in the trading and investing field is to keep on top of what's happening in the news and get into that bit of news before they do, or at the point in which they do, because that will enable you to ride the wave rather than be a victim of the wave when you get burnt by it. PiCoin's going to be offering a masternode soon, so, you know, PiCoin has certainly got its reasons for investing, but I haven't really looked too much into it. Icon, I don't know what the state of play is at the moment with Icon. I think they are still live. I don't think for 1 minute that they've sold out. Oh, it's ended. Right, it's ended. It has actually ended, and I did... Really? God, did it really just end like that? My God, that was quick. Yeah, I did it. The cryptocurrencies I spoke to you about the other day, I've invested in. So, Power Ledger, Icon. So, you know, these are, you know, I invested in all of them. There's not really much more to say about Icon than what I said the other day in my ICO review. So, if you didn't see that, see it, because it's probably pointless now if you haven't invested in it. But there we are. Why does OMG dip? Well, a lot of them are dipping, and OMG is one of the more pricier cryptocurrencies. So at the moment, people are consolidating what they've got and investing in some of the cheaper coins, some of the probably the cheaper staking coins. And there are other coins that are receiving news. OMG hasn't had much news lately, therefore it's just kind of been allowed to slump a little bit, but I don't think it will slump much more. Right, what time is it? Let me have a look at the time. Right, 1 more minute. In 1 more minute, I have to go. 791 people watching. Good lads. While you're here, because let me just do a quick update. Let me have a look and see how things are going on the likes. 267 likes. Come on, guys. It's 800 of you watching. So just basically like Spike It, press that like button underneath the video, and just like the video. It helps it get found, helps it get spread a little bit more, and of course it just validates your awesomeness. So you know. Those are good reasons to buy. Let me just, last few questions. Let me see if there's anyone else. Neo. Let's have a look at Neo. To be honest, I just leave Neo to vest for me because I got that at $4. I can't really complain. Neo was an exceptional buy. So Neo is just doing what Bitcoin's doing at the moment. It's a victim of a very, very uncertain market. So that is how it is, and that's just the way it will stay, I believe, for a little bit. What's your opinion on Basic Attention Token? I spoke about McAfee ICO earlier in this podcast, so you could just watch that back. Basic Attention Token will have more relevance when the Brave browser actually starts using it and it has some use. So I think it's good. Library I'm not really a massive fan of. So that's that. OKCash. Let's have a look at OKCash. It's slumped, so it's at 42 cents. It's not something I've really looked at. I'm not really... I don't know everything about every cryptocurrency, so I haven't really looked at it. You tell me what's good about it, what you like about it. Komodo has every... Komodo's available on a Nano Ledger. I saw this yesterday when I was looking for POSW on my Nano Ledger to make sure, confirm it is supported, and it is. So so is Komodo. So Komodo had a recent pump, and then it's kind of just wavered around about the late $2. So it's a good one, I think, for the future. Could be a good one. Right, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I would recommend you get involved in this Bitcoin's oh wow, that's really cool. I've never seen that before. Look, I've actually put my mobile on the side, and you can actually see like the chat's going up. I never knew that. I should have done that all this whole time. So I would recommend you bought Bitcoins and try to become one of their top 200 investors and get some free Bitcoins. And of course, if you're a whale, whales do watch this show. I'm really happy about it. You know, even from deep down in the sea, they watch this show. So, you know, if you could be one of the, you know, the people, if you could get the bonus bounty, that's basically 10,000 free dollars, nearly, because Bitcoins is 90 cents and rising. It was 80 cents this morning, and it's going to go up to $1. So I would get it whilst it's low right now, because Bitcoins has really good support at 85, 90 cents before the latest Bitcoin crash. So guys, that's it. I'm now off to the pub to plan out my next Udemy course. Well, not plan it out, but really plan how I'm going to do the lectures and everything. And also just so I can have, you know, a chill out, relax with a... don't know. What do you think I should have at the pub? Recorder-lig, Diet Coke, a whiskey? By the way, guys, do follow me on Twitter. Last night I asked the question. I said, do you think... what film do you think I should watch? Last night I was really in the mood to watch a business film. You'll probably think, yeah, he wanted to watch porn. I really didn't. I wanted to watch a film, and I asked everybody, I said, what to watch tonight, guys? What to watch? Overwhelmingly 65% of people said Wolf of Wall Street. I gave a call to Gemma Green of Power Ledger. I said, Gemma, do you fancy coming round? Nah. Not interested. It's playing hard to get. It's always the case. Anyway, Sambuca. Yes. Oh, love a bit of Sambuca. Single malt. Yes. My new I can't tell you what my new course is about. You'll have to find out at the time. It's going to be a surprise. And believe me, everybody's been wanting this. So, there we are. So, I think that's it. So, anyway, that is that. So, thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Savage Cash. This live episode. The clickbait title is for real. I am going to be away for a little bit. But if you actually want me to... if something does come up, though, that's worth talking about... Look at all these instances of me. If something does come up which is worth talking about, then I will come online. But I am going to be spending most of my time with this new course. Alright, so guys, it's lights out, all out. I will see you in the next episode.